universal brotherhood and the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness, gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood and the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness, gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent. All will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness, gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent. All will be lost. The airplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture.
America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered. Glad to be back with you guys today here on Monday. Hope you guys had a beautiful Easter weekend. Hope you guys got to spend some time with families. I had a great Easter weekend. Honestly, one of the most relaxing Easters I've had in a while. Got to relax with family. I had a beautiful mass I attended. Overall, just a great Easter. But I hope you guys had the same pleasure as well. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. We do have a lot of things to get into today. Going to be a great show. A lot of different things to talk about. I want to talk a little bit about Donald Trump's statements he's saying about tomorrow. He's calling tomorrow possibly the end of Iran. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the implications, and we're going to talk about what led to this. And a couple contradictions coming out of Trump's own mouth as well that we'll dive into later, but I'll give you guys a quick sneak preview. And if you guys have joined my Telegram, maybe you've already heard me say this in my voice messages I put in over the weekend. But Donald Trump last Wednesday came out and did his major address to the nations. I mean, such a big address that they literally turned off every channel to put his address on. It doesn't matter what TLC, TBS, TNT, whatever you're watching, they turned it off. They put on the President of the United States for about 25 minutes. So you'd imagine this is going to be, a massive statement. And during that statement, Donald Trump comes out and he says, we have obliterated all of Iran's ability to shoot down our planes. All their missiles, all of their military capabilities have been destroyed to rubble. And he specifically emphasized the point about their anti-aircraft systems, about their missile defense systems with aircraft. So if we were to fly a plane over Iran, that they would be able to shoot it down. He basically said that's not possible anymore, to simplify it. Over the weekend, we saw a record number of our planes, helicopters, etc. shot down, and we're going to report on that today. Not only was Donald Trump caught in a lie on Wednesday from that statement, but But a lot of other things have happened, and this war very quickly escalated from a conflict where America and Israel are doing joint strikes on Iran to us about to pretty much commit some form of a genocide. It seems like we are about to start bombing civilian infrastructure and bombing the civilians of Iran because Iran is not negotiating with the United States. And to be honest, why would they? Like, if somebody... Let's spell it out this way, okay? Because Donald Trump is threatening to hit the bridges, the desalination plants, all their energy, pretty much everything. Send them back to the Dark Ages. He hasn't outright said the word he's going to nuke them, but I think it's on the table. Although I don't think it's necessarily likely right now. Maybe down the line, but right now I don't think it is necessarily likely. But let's spell this out. Let's flip the sides for a second, right? If Iran had killed our leader, sent a Tomahawk missile down on our leader, killed our president, then after that, after they kept attacking us, and we started doing retaliation attacks. If after that they said, if you guys don't stop all retaliation attacks and you guys don't give us exactly what we want, we're going to bomb the Golden Gate Bridge. We're going to bomb schools. We're going to hit all of your energy set. How do you think that would go over? Do you think we would be looking at them and be like, yeah, please send more bombs. Please bomb us more. Do you think that's what we'd be saying? Because it's so obvious to me that is just propaganda, that is nonsense. But that is what Donald Trump is saying, that Iran is saying. And I know that's some leaps there, but Donald Trump right now is saying that the Iranian people are happy they are being bombed. And not only are they happy about it, that they are telling Americans, bomb us more, because it will free them. It's ridiculous. We're killing these people's children. We're killing their parents, and we expect them to love us? No, we are creating more terrorists than we are killing. Actively, we are creating more terrorists with every bomb than we are killing. We are not doing well in this conflict right now. The United States is actively suffering, and not only are we suffering, we are spending billions of dollars. And I want to show you guys this really quick. I ran into this website, and I was like, wow, thank God somebody made something like this. But this right here is the Iran war tracker. So this tracks the cost of the war for the American taxpayer. $43+ billion is what we've spent on it so far. Every hour is almost $42 million. So by the end of this show, we will have spent over $42 million on this war. In just this show alone, from 7 to 8, whatever time we go, we will have spent over $42 million. And they want to tell you that this war is America first. They want to tell you that this is for the people of America, that this is better for the country. No, the fuck it isn't. None of this is good for America. How are you going to argue that any of this is good for America? Do you know what you can do with $43 billion? You could put dents in a lot of different problems within America. But instead of that, instead of helping the American people, instead of actually living up to the America First agenda that you fucking promised, you are now selling us out. You are now a neocon. You are doing whatever Israel wants, and you are bombing Iran for Israel, and you are costing the taxpayers upwards of $43 billion and counting. Every single minute, every single second, this number. You see how fast that number's moving right there? Those aren't pennies. Those are dollars. This is insane. We are not going to be able to dig ourselves out of this hole. We're already $38 trillion in debt. They now want to cut a bunch of necessary programs in America, not for deportations, not to help more Americans, but they want to do it so they could fund the military, so they can keep this going on. This is what Trump is in office for this right here. Miriam Adelson didn't give Donald Trump $250 million for nothing. It was for this. It was for Epstein. It was for this right here. So Donald Trump would sell out the American people for Israel. So Donald Trump would go to war with Iran, which is exactly what Israel's been asking for the last 30 plus fucking years. That's exactly what's happening right now. And it is despicable. It is disgusting that we have to deal with this, that we have to sit here and just take this. We're literally like the guy sitting in a cuck chair right now. We don't have the ability to actively do anything about it. We are in a situation that we cannot get out of. This is so bad. We really need an America First agenda in this country. We need America First politicians. And today on the show, like I said, our main story of the day will be about Donald Trump and the war and everything that happened over the weekend and what's planned for tomorrow. It's massive news. But another thing I want to talk about that I view as a feature story as well for the show today will be from an article that came out from the New Yorker that claimed something that I said was wrong earlier. So earlier on this show, a few months ago, and I've said it many times, I've said that it's estimated that 40% of White House staff is Groypers. And this is awesome. I was celebrating this, but I found out I was wrong. I was wrong about this, and I'm a man who can admit when I was wrong. It's not 40% of the staff in Washington, D.C. who's Groypers. It's upwards of 70%. We are fucking everywhere, motherfuckers. We are not going anywhere. There will only be more over time. So to all the people who are like, oh, the Groypers don't have power, the Groypers don't know what they're doing, they're just a fringe online movement. No, the fuck we're not. We are here. We are in DC. We are in the fucking White House. We are everywhere around, and when we get into power, I promise a true America First agenda will take place. I'm so excited to hear that new news today, and we're going to be reporting on that later today and checking out snippets of the article. But there's a lot of other things that happened as well over the weekend that I want to talk about. A lot of different smaller things that I feel like we should report on today's show. And really quickly, I just want to welcome everyone back to the show again. Thank you guys for tuning into Monday's show. Remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on X, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, whatever you're on. Give me a follow there and join our Telegram channel by scanning the code up in the corner. And we're back on YouTube. You know, they tried to hold me down. They tried to hold me back. You can't kill me. You're gonna have to fucking kill me if you want to get me off this platform. I am back. I'm better than ever. We're back on YouTube. And to be honest, it was nothing I said that got me banned off YouTube. I had a 1-week suspension on YouTube for a copyright violation, and we're blaming Tucker Carlson for that one. But it's okay. We're back. 07s to everybody. Let's fucking go. It's good to be back on the show. It's good to be back on YouTube. It's good to be back reporting the news. Especially after such a beautiful Easter weekend. You know, like, I don't live close to my family. I don't live near my family, really. Some, but not the majority of it. So when I do get a weekend where I get to see my family, I get to relax, I get to, you know, put the phone down, put the politics down for a day, and just be with everybody, be with Christ, be with my family. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's relaxing. It's meditative. And it's something we all need. We all need that temporary escape, whether it's for a few hours or a day or whatever it is. But that few hours on Sunday, it was awesome. It really made my entire weekend, my entire 2026 so far. But I had some awesome news that I want to report on following the Easter weekend. We saw this, and let's see if I can get it pulled up here for you guys, because this was awesome. The U.S. Catholic Church experienced an estimated 38% increase in adult converts over the Easter weekend, driven by young men in their 20s, according to an analysis of data from 140 of the nation's 175 dioceses. Like, let's fucking go. 38% increase? Let's go. This is incredible. It's incredible for a few reasons. One, the Catholic Church is the truth. It is the church that Jesus built and left us. But beyond that, more people coming back to Christ is what this is all about. You know, we talk about Charlie Kirk a lot. We talk about Nick Fuentes a lot. We talk about all these people, including myself. And what is it over everything that trumps everything else we talk about? Our love for Jesus Christ, our love to bring people back to Jesus Christ. Over everything political Charlie Kirk did, the number one thing he did, and the number one thing he said he wanted to be remembered for, multiple times he said this, is I want to be remembered for my faith. I want to be remembered for bringing people to Jesus Christ. It is a beautiful thing that we are able to bring people back to the church. It is a beautiful thing that people are pouring into the Catholic Church. And to be honest, I owe a huge thank you to the young men in this country. The young men in this country who stood up and did what was right, who stood up and did what their hearts believed in, even as people around them didn't believe it themselves. I know so many people who say they want to convert to Catholicism, but they're like, my family won't let me, or my family keeps saying all these negative things, or my family, you know, said they'll talk to me, blah, 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 whatever it is. To the people who stood up in the face of adversity, to the people who converted to Catholicism, my heart truly goes out to you. Like, it is one of the most incredible things that people are pouring back into the Catholic Church, and a 38% increase is exactly the news I love to hear. It's 38%. Like, that's awesome, guys. We are bringing back Catholicism. We are bringing back the Catholic Church. We are bringing back Jesus Christ. This is one of the things that we can really celebrate over everything else, with all the shitty things happening in politics, in the world, in the Middle East, in our own government and country. It is beautiful that we can celebrate that more people are coming back to Jesus Christ. And not only that, they're doing it in the correct way. They're not going to mega churches with concerts. They are coming back to Jesus Christ. They're coming back to Catholicism. Welcome home, everybody. And I want to give a personal shout out to one person that, again, I don't know this person in person, but I would like to call him somewhat of an online friend. Tyler Russell, he's part of the America First movement. Tyler Russell officially converted to Catholicism, got baptized within the Catholic Church. Huge shout out, Tyler Russell. Welcome home, Tyler Russell. It's beautiful. We love Tyler Russell. We love Future Nation. We love America First. And I just want to say it was beautiful to see. It's awesome to see people finally coming home. So welcome home, Tyler, and welcome home to all the young men and women who converted to Catholicism this weekend. And to everyone else who hasn't, we are waiting for you. We are here for you. I'm excited for you to get here. I'm anticipating it, and I don't even know you guys yet. So that's our really good news of the day. Something very excited. And there was something else that happened about Catholics that really upset me. You know, kind of the complete opposite range of emotions from what I was just expressing right there. It's something that they would never do to Muslims. It's something that they would never do to Jews, but they feel empowered to do it to Christians because nobody gives a shit when you shit on Christians. If you shit on Muslims, you're Islamophobic, although it's getting more acceptable. If you shit on Jews, you're an anti-Semite, completely unacceptable. You shit on Christians, you're just another, normal person according to the media, according to everybody else. But I saw this, and it really fucking pissed me off. So Netflix has a new show called The Sandman, or whatever the fuck. And it's made, I want you guys to pay attention to the executive producer and directors. All of them Jewish. Every single one of them is Jewish. And what does it depict? It depicts a priest in a sexual relationship with the Pope. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That is fucking real. Imagine if somebody made a show about Muhammad with a 6-year-old. Would that ever go over well? No, and that actually fucking happened. Well, what if you made something about Jews and circumcision? What if you made something about Jews and any of the other corrupt practices you hear about in the Talmud? It would never go over well. It would be an anti-Semitic documentary. But they're able to make a TV show depicting the Pope, my Pope, in a homosexual relationship with a priest. Are you fucking kidding? Like, the disrespect for Christians is insane. We are easily the most persecuted group in the entire world. But we are told that we are terrible people just for our beliefs. And our beliefs are not violent. It's not like the beliefs of radical Islam or the beliefs of radical Judaism. It's very different. But for some reason, we're completely villainized in the media. And they feel like they can be empowered to take the most authoritative leader in our group, in Catholicism, take the Pope and put him in a homosexual relationship. It's so fucking disgusting of them. It's something that, like, I wish Donald Trump had the balls to speak out about this. I wish the people in the media had the balls to speak out about this, but nobody wants to. Because the right has gone soft on these issues. The right has gone soft on Christian principles. And that's bullshit. Like, you're not going to give me deportations? Fuck you. You're not going to give me no new wars? Fuck you. At the very least, stick by your Christian morals and principles. Defend the Pope. Defend the priest. Why are you allowing Netflix to pour out this fucking garbage for people to see? Like, who is this for? Who is this show for besides the most vile, grotesque, disgusting human beings alive? Who's going to watch that show? It really pissed me off. It's so fucking upsetting that is allowed. That they are allowed to depict the Pope in that manner, and that the media and the administration doesn't have the fucking balls to say anything about it. I can guarantee you, if they made a documentary about the terrible practices of Jewish circumcision, where a rabbi will put his mouth on the penis of a baby and suck the blood out, I promise you that would be labeled an anti-Semitic documentary or an anti-Semitic show if they didn't make a documentary and just made a TV show about it. But you make one about the Pope depicting him in something that completely contradicts the religion, and somehow that's just okay? Somehow that's all hunky-dory? Fuck that. Fuck these people. Fuck the people who feel empowered to do this. And fuck the people who say this Judeo-Christian relationship. Judeo-Christian, really? Look how they're depicting my Pope. That's Judeo-Christian values? The Jews who produce that's Judeo-Christian values? Fuck you. It's scum. These people are scum. They are nothing. They want nothing more than to see us burn, to see us dead, to see us in jail, or to see us out of this country completely. By that, I mean Christians and white people. They fucking despise us with everything inside them. And it is disgusting the way they allow these just incredible Catholic figures to be spoken about. It really pissed me off. It really set me off. When I saw that this weekend, I lost my fucking mind. Really pissed me off. I cannot begin to explain how upset I am over something. Like, it's just, I cannot imagine a group of Christians ever making a documentary that bad about the Jews, especially depicting them in a way that's not real. Like, that's also the thing above everything else that pisses me off. It's like, if you wanted to make a documentary about, the Catholic Church scandal like the Jews already did, okay, whatever. To be honest, that is fair game. I can criticize a lot of different things, but I wouldn't be able to criticize that somebody's making something about a historical event. But if you are to take the Pope and put him in a homosexual relationship when that doesn't fucking exist, fuck you. Fuck you. You are scum. Like, it's like taking Jews and putting them in hypothetical, unrealistic situations that only serve to make the religion look like a complete fucking joke. And again, I'm not somebody who's strong on Judaism. I'm not somebody who's, fully supportive of everything I hear and all their Talmudic practices that I definitely disagree with and the power they exert in our country. I'm not for it. But I would never say, hey, let's go make that movie that depicts them in a completely false way that completely goes against everything they fucking believe. That's just disgusting. That's just low moral character. And for those same people to turn around and say, oh, but the Judeo-Christian values are the reason we have to keep bombing Iran for Israel. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, fuck these people. Really pisses me off. It really does. All right, we got a couple live chats. Let's read them. And we'll keep going on with our show. Somebody said, I'm glad Trump wasn't held accountable for many of the crimes he was charged with. He didn't do well when his cases went to trial. Juries found him guilty of felonies and liable for... Again, that's civil court. I'm not pro-Trump, but that's civil court. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about civil court? No Iranian ever called me an incel chud. Someone said, we love Tyler. We love Tyler Russell. We do. We love Tyler Russell. Someone goes, welcome back. Thank you. Someone goes, as a Christian who attends a Southern Baptist church in North Georgia with about 25 usual attendees, during our Easter service, my preacher talked about how Israel is disrespecting Jesus with their behavior, and it may be time to stop backing and funding them until they accept him. It isn't everything I want, but it's a start. Based? Based preacher? Based, dude, that's based as fuck. Let's go. That's based as shit. I think, I don't want to completely out my priest, but I think my priest is a Groyper. So, I started going to a new church, 6 months ago after I moved? I don't know when that was. 8 months ago, 8 months ago, somewhere around there. And every time I go, I wear my cross pin, I wear my America First pin, I wear a suit every time. And, after the mass, the priest will stand out there and he'll shake people's hands, talk to people if you want to talk to them. And I went out there, I shook his hand, and then he pointed right to my America First pin, and he goes, I love that. And he just kind of gave me a little look, and I was like, interesting. And then every time I see him now after that, he'll go out of his way, shake my hand, talk to me, ask me how I'm doing. Not that I expect him to not be nice to me, he's my priest, but extremely nice to me, goes out of his way to be nice to me. And every time he mentions the America First pin, and, maybe. Just maybe my priest is a Groyper. It's a cool thought. I would like to think he is. It's pretty cool. Someone goes, Catholicism is the way and the light. Yeah. Amen. It is. 100%. But yeah, I saw that on that Netflix is releasing that it's just so disgusting. And again, you're getting the usual song and dance from a couple people like, I'm going to cancel my Netflix subscription. It's like, shut the fuck up. No, you're not. Like, no, you're not. You're going to want to rewatch Breaking Bad in 2 weeks and you're going to re-get it. Like, shut the fuck up with the performative nonsense. I'm not going to sit here and tell people like, cancel your Netflix subscriptions. They're really, it's like, okay, like, I'm not unrealistic. I know we all want to watch it. Like, we all want to watch Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, House of Cards. There's a live, Nate Diaz fight coming up in a couple weeks. There's a lot of shit we all want to watch on Netflix. I'm not going to be one of those gay losers like, you got to cancel, we got to strike. Like, no, that's not going to work. But what I am going to say is be active with your voice, whether you use a burner account with a fake name or you use your real name, be active on social media, tweeting at Netflix, tweeting at your representatives. Tweeting at your representatives, you want them to condemn this. Tweeting at Netflix that you do not want this type of slop on their platform. Again, you don't have to get rid of the subscription. I understand the argument around that, but realistically, nobody sticks to those things. Like, who was it? Rick Scott was like, I'm going to get rid of my Disney Plus, and he was just at Disney. It's like, yeah, you really showed that. You really showed them, Rick. It's like, okay, these people are fucking jokes sometimes. So I'm not going to be one of the guys who's like, cancel your Netflix, because I'm not going to fucking do it. I'm still watching TV on there. I still have a couple shows on there I'm going to watch. But at the same time, do not give an inch when it comes to just not letting your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard. That is the power and beauty of America, is you do have a voice and you do have a right to express it freely. Ugh. Yeah, saw that. Really pissed me off. Someone goes, Jews don't recognize Christ, therefore we don't recognize the Jewish people. See, I agree. I agree. I think it's incredibly disrespectful, the rhetoric the Jews use about Jesus and about Catholicism. Like, it is, and not only that, but the rhetoric they use to propagandize us as well with Genesis. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've explained this many times in the show before, but I'll quickly explain it again for the people who don't understand. But the Genesis verse that they always quote about blessing Israel, it's outdated because the New Testament wasn't a sequel. It supersedes the Old Testament. It supersedes the prophecies of the Old Testament. The prophecies of the Old Testament were fulfilled, and then we get the New Testament. And Jews completely ignore that. And they weaponize that verse against us like we have to believe that we have to support Israel financially, militarily, all these things. It's so fucking ridiculous. But beyond that, their own Talmud said Jesus is burning in hell in his own semen and shit. That's literally what it says in the Talmud. For anyone who doesn't believe me, feel free to look it up. It says Jesus is burning in hell in excrement and semen. That's what it says. And then at the same time, you have people who want to come out and like Rabbi Shmuley. He'll come out on Easter and be like, it wasn't the Jews who killed Jesus, it was the Romans. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck everything you stand for. Fuck these people. These people are awful. These people are disgusting. Someone goes, what's up, AU? He is risen. What's up, Whippet? How we doing? That's a good quote by the Pope. Dude, we love the Pope. We love the Pope. I just saw someone commented on Twitch. Oh, let's go. We're not banned on Twitch. I thought we might have been banned on Twitch. I really thought we were. Let's go. We're not. That's sick. Let's go. We beat the YouTube suspension. We beat the Twitch suspension. We are fucking... America, we are so fucking back, baby. Let's go. But okay, let's keep moving on with the show. A couple other small things I want to talk about. I have 3 other small things I want to talk about. Then we'll get into the big topics, which are the Groypers taking over DC and all the events that transpired over the weekend with the Iran war, which that's a lot. That's going to be a big piece of the show. So he said, shit, great clips, haircut, faggot. Yeah, not a great haircut. He said, JK, looking great, brother. Dude, it was so bad. The guy sneezed mid-haircut, and he's like, how do you want me to fix this? I'm like, I don't know. You gotta even it out now. And so we're short. We got a short haircut. It's fine. It's fine. Just keep the kids wet. No, I'm kidding. Okay, but let's go into the additional news. There's a couple smaller things. I remember just a month or 2 ago, around all the Epstein stuff, when people were still talking about the big Steen. And don't worry, we haven't forgot him on the show. We actually have a show, or I shouldn't say we. It's really just me. I just say we because it sounds better. But I have later this week planned an entire episode dedicated to Jeffrey Epstein for the sole reason that I don't want people to forget. You know, with the Iran war happening and everything else we're seeing in the media, it's very easy to forget something like that, and I don't want the American people to forget. So we'll be dedicating almost an entire episode this week to the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein and new information and the additional cover-up of Jeffrey Epstein. But during the Epstein saga, you know, back during the Epstein wars of 2025, I remember we had a bunch of people, a bunch of notable figures in the media, in the government, etc. People like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Bradley Martin, you know, Andrew Tate, that whole group. But they all tweeted out one thing at the same time almost, you know, and not same time, same day at the very least. Wasn't coordinated to that level, but they all saw each other posting it. And they all piled on one after the other. They posted Tax Strike 2026. And people seem to have forgot about it. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene, just today, tweets out that she was having a conversation with a friend, whether this happened or not, or she's just tweeting it out. Tweets out she was having a conversation with her friend. And she said her friend and 10 other people she knows are not paying taxes this year. They are outright refusing to pay taxes this year. And before we go into this whole conversation, let's get two things on the table that I've learned over the years just from studying the law. Federal taxes and state taxes are both required, but at the same time, they are very different. If you don't pay your state taxes, expect to get arrested. Expect to get arrested pretty quickly. Expect for the IRS or the state to get in contact with you very fast. They don't fuck around in the state. The federal government, though, I mean, there are literally people who have gone their entire lives without ever paying federal taxes. And again, this is not an endorsement of that behavior. I'm not out here saying, hey, you can go your whole life without paying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there are people who have done it. I'm not encouraging it, but it's very different. And these people seem to be withholding federal taxes, not state taxes, according to Marjorie Taylor Greene. But this seems to be a situation that is possibly going to jump up at the government, jump up at a lot of us, to shock a lot of us, that there are millions, possibly not millions, but possibly thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people who will outright refuse to pay taxes this year. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, Bradley Martin's not going to pay tax, and Andrew Tate's not going to pay tax, and Marjorie, like, I bet they will. I can almost guarantee they will pay taxes. But there are a lot of people, regular normie people in America who work regular wage jobs who will not pay taxes, I'm sure. And again, I think this is going to spark something within the nation. And beyond that, I just want to, again, urge everybody, be smart with what you decide on this. I'm not going to tell you to decide to pay them or not to pay them. I am just going to say that there is a law, people should follow the law. But at the same time, the tax code is there for a reason. The tax code is not 75,000 pages on how to pay your taxes. It's 75,000 pages on how to not pay your taxes. And most people don't know that. Most people have never read the tax code a fucking day in their lives. So I encourage people, find every way you can to not pay them, but stay within the legal bounds. But I think this is going to be something that does spark within the country, and I do think it will spark a very large conversation, not only about the economics and how everything gets funded and where our money is going towards, but I think it's going to start a much larger conversation for 2027 about taxes. I think what happens in the next few weeks with taxes in 2026 will ultimately start the conversation for 2027, and whether the media starts paying attention to it or not will be a big factor in that. If the media picks this up, I could really see it happening. But again, it's unlikely that the media does, but I do think it's something that we should watch closely. I do think it's something that is, again, it's a little nerve-wracking when you see it. You know, again, I'm excited for the people standing up in unity, but at the same time, I don't want to see a bunch of patriots get arrested. That's the last thing I want to see, especially over something so fucking stupid. Like, the government's going to piss away our money no matter what. Whether we do a tax strike or not, the government's just going to print more dollars and piss away those dollars. Realistically, it doesn't fucking matter. And they will get the money regardless. By hell or high water, they'll get that money. That's what the IRS does. It's fucked up. Abolish the IRS, but that is what they do. Ugh. Someone said bad haircuts are the perfect excuse to start a mullet. Yeah, probably not going to happen. IRS is not the one to mess with. Yeah, I agree. I owed $5K this year, bro. Hurt my soul. I had saved, but the engine in my truck blew, so it went out. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's tough. It is. That's so tough, man. I'm sorry. I'll pray for you. That's tough. That's fucked. But yeah, okay, so that's some news I saw, and like I said, it's nothing crazy. It's nothing out of the ordinary. These conversations spark up every now and then, but this is the time where we had a representative in United States Congress tweeted out. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene literally tweeted out tax strike 2026. And then not only that, she followed it up with a quote tweet just today where she quote tweeted that and said there are 10-something of her friends who are not going to pay taxes. So this could end up being some big news down the line, and I want us all to keep an eye on this. The only other two small things I wanted to report on today, one's a video, I'll save that for last, but I want to talk very briefly, there's not a ton to say about this, but very briefly I want to talk about the Artemis 2 mission. And let's actually, I'm going to check in on it, see if there's anything interesting we could watch with it. No, there's not. But the Artemis 2 mission is currently ongoing right now. They are making their circle around Mars. And this is something that I think this is a huge feat for mankind. Like, this is awesome. This is white excellence. This is American excellence. This is a lot of things. But this is the outcome when a lot of great people, a lot of really smart people put their minds together and try to accomplish one large goal. And this, like I said, truly is just American excellence. There have been a lot of problems that I've been seeing, like their toilets broken down many times. They've had different issues like that, just disgusting things like that. But I want us all to continue to pray for the astronauts on their journey on this mission. This is something truly incredible. And no, they're not landing on the moon or anything, but they are doing a flyby using its orbit to transport themselves back to Earth. And the pictures we've seen are pretty incredible. They're beautiful to see. It's breathtaking, honestly. So I think everybody, if you haven't seen them, take a moment today, look at the photos, watch the live stream for a minute, see what these people are dealing with, see what it's like, and just appreciate the beauty of the moon, appreciate the beauty of American excellence, because over everything, this is just American excellence. We got ourselves to the fucking moon. Like, that's awesome. That's just truly incredible to see. Someone goes, how many people have thanked Trump for ending the war? Why does this person just comment like the weirdest ChatGPT shit? Like, what do you think you're trying to do with your comment? Like, they're all kind of retarded. And again, I'm not like pro-Trump, so I don't get like what your comments are about. They're always retarded. Someone goes, is anyone feeling represented? No, none of us are feeling represented. I think we can all say we do not feel represented by this government. We do not feel represented by Donald Trump. Donald Trump represents the Jewish and Israeli interests and the businesses' interests. It does not represent our interests as American citizens or the America First side of the right. Not at all. The last thing I wanted to go on, the last small thing I wanted to report on, I wanted to watch a video with you guys. I wanted to watch a video that I saw or I haven't seen the video actually. I watched the first 30 seconds and I was like, you know what? We're going to watch this on the show. I always like doing that. I'll watch like the first 30 seconds of it. And if I like it, I'm like, you know what? We're going to watch this on the show today. But Luigi Mangione, he is the guy who killed the healthcare CEO, sparked a lot of debate within the country. The guy that liberals want to see free. Like, liberals hate when an ICE agent shoots somebody, but when Luigi Mangione does it, like, he's their fucking hero. It's literally insane. And notice how, like, Luigi Mangione becomes their hero, but not Tyler Robinson. And it's because Luigi is vaguely attractive. Like, because Luigi is, like, a decent-looking person, because he's not completely fucking ugly, because these girls think he's attractive, he's their fucking hero. But because Tyler Robinson's ugly, they don't even fucking care. They don't talk about it at all. It's, like, actually one of the most ridiculous things. It's insane. But I saw this video that Patrick Bet-David put out. Patrick Bet-David said that Luigi Mangione wrote him a letter from prison. And it's a 10-minute video. I'm assuming he reads the letter out. I don't know for a fact, but I watched the first 30 seconds of the video and I was like, you know what? Let's watch this during the show today. So we're going to watch that, see what Luigi Mangione and Patrick Bet-David are talking about. It's just one of the oddest things. Like, why would Luigi Mangione choose to write to Patrick Bet-David? You would think like someone like Patrick Bet-David would be everything that Luigi Mangione hates. Like, Luigi Mangione seems to be, from what I understand of the individual, seems to be somebody who despises capitalism. Who's one of the most pro-capitalist people out there? Patrick Bet-David charges $48,000 for a 30-minute phone call. Like, how is this guy going to relate to Luigi Mangione in any meaningful way? I fail to understand. But we're going to watch this. We're going to check it out. I'm curious to see what it's about. Like I said, I haven't watched the video outside the first 30 seconds. So let's see what he has to say. And I like to watch things in 1.25x speed. So we'll go right into it.
So recently I get a letter from Luigi Mangione. My assistant comes to me and says, you got a letter from Luigi Mangione. I said, which Luigi Mangione? He says, D. Luigi Mangione. I said, D. Luigi Mangione from the
The fuck do you mean, which Luigi Mangione? Like, there's one Luigi Mangione, you fucking retard.
Metropolitan Detention Center, yes. In Brooklyn, yes. The same place that a lot of these guys, Nicolas Maduro's at right now, by the way.
I don't know why the fucking screen does. All right, give me 1 second. The screen just froze. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix it. Here we go. All right. Ugh, I hate when this fucking happens. All right, one moment. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. There we go. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
So recently I get a letter from Luigi Mangione. My assistant comes to me and says, you got a letter from Luigi Mangione. I said, which Luigi Mangione? He says, D. Luigi Mangione. I said, D. Luigi Mangione from the Metropolitan Detention Center, yes. In Brooklyn, yes. The same place that a lot of these guys, Nicolas Maduro's at right now, by the way, Jelaine Maxwell, R. Kelly, Diddy, some of these guys, yes. The guy that got accused of killing Brian...
They do have an all-star lineup at that prison. It is crazy, all the people they put in that jail.
Thompson, the CEO of United Health, yes. What's he writing me a letter for? I don't know. Okay. So what do? I open it up and I read through it. And by the way, to tell you how well it was written would be an understatement. This was written as if a kid went to Harvard or Yale. Good writer, sense of humor, sarcasm, witty, even a riddle in there. He even cut a piece out. Like, go figure it out for yourself. Clips, go watch these clips of these philosophers. You can tell he's very intellectual, deep meaning in the way he's writing his stuff, right? And even in there, he talks about, because one day I'm doing a podcast, my phone blows up with a couple hundred messages, Pat. A viral article is going around right now of Luigi Mangione, who turned 27 years old, writing 27 things he's grateful for. And number 7 is you. So number 7, I don't have a connection with him. Yeah, go read it. Number 7, I'm grateful for Patrick Bet-David's book, Your Next 5 Moves. Really? Yes. And he's passing it around in the prison he's at right now. Huh, interesting. How that book made it there, who knows, but it's there. And then in here, he says, Pat, out of all the 27 things I wrote that I was grateful for, the one that I got the most hate mail was number 7, Your Next 5 Moves. A lot of girls who are Gen Z were not happy about that. He says, you have a Gen Z female problem. He says that in the letter. Anyways, he said a lot of other things. So I sat on it and I said, what do I tell this guy? Do I write back? You know, what level of hope does a person have at 27 years old that is accused of killing a CEO of a company, United Healthcare? And we all know the United Healthcare was known for lowest percentage of paying insurance to their clients, or the, payouts that they're giving. So it's not like they had a good reputation. But to go and allegedly kill that CEO, what do you tell a guy like that in the letter? What do you tell him? So I sat there and I thought about it. I remember being in military and how much letters meant to us. Till today, my teacher from my high school, health and guidance teacher, that I met her when I was 14 years old. I'm 47, 33 years old. You know, till today, we write letters to each other. Every 3 months, I get a letter from her. She's got chickens, she's got this, she's got that. But it took me back to when I was in the military, how valuable a response was. So I wrote a letter back to him, and I sent it yesterday with 6 books to him. So I think those other 6 books, he's got time to read. So I sent him the other 6 books to go through as well. The guy's got a sense of humor, even though
he sends him 6 of his own books. That's fucking insane. Someone goes, gotta go pimp. I'll finish on Spotify. Keep it up. My heart goes out to you, brother.
Knows what he's done. And I have so many questions that I wrote on the letter to him. But made me think about something else. How does this apply to you and I? Okay? You and I directly and indirectly. I was a kid back in the days that, I listened to a lot of Tupac. I listened to a lot of Hit 'Em Up. I probably listened to Hit 'Em Up, I don't know, 500 times. That was my workout song. I listened to Eazy-E, Real Mother, you know what, G's. I listened to RBL Posse. I listened to Rappin' Forte and, Bone Thugs and Harmony and DMX and all.
Could you ever imagine him with his accent doing like, first off, fuck you bitch in the click you claim? Like, I just could, when he said he listened to Tupac, I was trying to picture him like, and Hit 'Em Up specifically. I was trying to picture him do it like just rapping the opening line to Hit 'Em Up. First off, fuck you bitch in the click you claim. Like, I couldn't imagine him doing that with his voice. It just feels like it would sound ridiculous.
All these guys. I hung out with guys that were, troubled kids. And, I was part of a basketball league that was with Blood and Crip and Black Diamonds and 18th Street and Toonerville and all these guys, TVR. I was in that community trying to figure myself out at 14 years old. Parents got a divorce. Life was a little bit interesting. And I went into the military. And so I thought about myself. Luckily, when I was in those moments of being impressionable and vulnerable, the right people were in my ear. And so it got me to go back and think about a guy I interviewed who was an FBI criminal profiler. This guy would talk to you right after a person killed their wife. He was the first person that interviewed the husband that's accused of killing his wife. Vice versa. Wife accused of killing the husband. He's interviewing the wife to see what happened. What got you to the point of killing your wife? What was it? Was it cheating? Did he hit you? Did he remind you? Did she do this? What gets you to a point of killing? And we all read or see these movies or the stories we go through, right? What got you there? And I said, Jim, what makes somebody do this? This is past 22 years of doing this. You know, it comes down to three things. I said, what is it? He said, genetics loads the gun. Genetics, mom and dad, loads the gun. He says, your personality aims the gun. But he said, life experiences pulls the trigger. So, life experiences. This guy had back issues. He had certain health problems. His grandpa was a very successful businessman, made a lot of money. He had the trajectory of, he was a valedictorian. This is not a regular kid. He was a valedictorian. Could have been a net positive to society, working, building a business, creating jobs, maybe getting involved in politics, doing something positive for the world. He had that brain to do it. He had the genetics to do it. But those life experiences, the 90 days that he went on his own and mother couldn't find him. And eventually around November of 2024, I believe, mom reported that, I think my son is missing. And then December 4th is the day he's accused of killing Brian Thompson. We've all seen the videos and the day they caught him. So what happened during those 90 days? You know, one of the movies I hate the most, when I tell you, I don't hate a lot of movies. I hate this movie. You know what's the movie I hate the most? Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. Absolutely hate the movie Joker. You know why? At 43 minutes, I don't know what the timeline was. I'm sitting with my wife. We went with about 20 of us. And the story is the guy ends up killing the capitalist, the wealthy guy. And he's a hero. Look at this guy. Wow. You know, take out these rich. And I said, what kind of a freaking movie is this? How many kids is going to watch this and they're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to be a hero. Let me go take out somebody in power. That could have been him. Luigi Mangione could have watched Joker while he's away with somebody else and somebody's in his ear. You know what? Look what they're doing and what happened with you with insurance. And this is not fair. And and all of a sudden you're like, I am right and the system is wrong. And when you get to that point, that's a very dangerous place to be because you're almost giving yourself permission to justify doing something crazy like this. Pat, I still don't get it. How does this apply to me? Do you have kids? Do you have a son? Do you have a daughter? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a cousin? Are you 17 years old watching this? You're impressionable. When you're at the lowest in life, and we will be, many times we will be. I got 4 kids. Many times we will be. When you're at the lowest, dude, you better guard who you listen to and what you watch and what you read. I don't care if you're 14. I don't care if you're 44. I don't care if you're 64. This is our entire life. This thing's not easy. This thing's tough. But we are also the luckiest people alive to witness what we have today. And as tough.
Is he not going to read the fucking letter? He's not going to tell us what he said? Are you kidding?
As life is, it isn't as tough as it was 200 years ago or 800 years ago or 1,200 years ago. It's a lot easier today than it was back in the days. Lifestyle is a lot better today. AC wasn't around 140, 150 years ago. You're probably in an AC place right now watching this video. Probably have access to food. You probably get access to the greatest computer in the world. You probably are watching this on it. We are so lucky. Think about the perspective. And when I was writing the letter, I'm like, you know, this could have been a friend of mine. I lost a friend when I was younger. Till today, I think about him all the time. This is someone's friend. This is someone's son. This is someone's cousin. This is someone's grandson. Someone got to him at 25, 26 years old that made him believe this is the right thing to do. What was the third one? Experiences does what? Pulls the trigger. I don't know. So, you know, what I would take from the message if I'm you is, I promise you, this either made you think about you or it made you think about somebody else. Whatever you could do, make a list of 2 or 3 different people right now and just send them an audio message and lift them up. Lift them up. Just send a message and say, hey, I just want to let you know, I believe in you. It's all going to be fine. Share scripture with them. Encouraging message.
I don't know. It's just like he's telling me, he's like, you guys, we got to prevent these things from happening. You got to share with people, like, I believe in you. Imagine if Luigi Mangione got like a voice message from one of his buddies just like randomly hours before he committed the murder that was like, dude, I believe in you. That guy would be called in for questioning too. No, that's just crazy. You would implicate yourself in something you didn't even know was going to happen.
Something that could lift them up. You would be amazed how many times we just need a message like, wait, where did this come? Don't even tell them what inspired you want to send this to them. Just tell them. Tell her. You would be amazed how much of an impact you can have on 3 people today. That's it. So imagine if 1 million of us do this. We positively impacted 3 million people today. What does that do? A lot. Sometimes that's all we need. But Trump tells me he's going to be watching this from prison. You know why? Because he watches a podcast with others from prison, because he talked about the other crew, people that are on there. Again, you can tell the guy's got a sense of humor, and I know he watches the content because somehow, some way, they have access to the stuff that we talk about here. Having said that, my body's hot right now just thinking about this message that I shared with you, because this was a heavy message. This is a little
My
bit more
body's hot. What the fuck is going on here?
than just motivational, let's go out there and do something big with our lives, right? No, this is heavy. A lot of people are dealing with the wrong people being in their ears, and we want to make sure we prevent them from becoming a story that we read about in the paper. If you got value out of this message, especially the 51% of you that consume our content but are not subscribers to it, take a moment if you can and subscribe to the channel. And if you've never seen my interview with Kobe Bryant, one of the most mentally tough people you can study nonstop, you can watch this interview over and over again, never gets old, click here to watch the interview with Kobe Bryant. Take care, everybody. God.
Okay, I mean, that's not what I thought it was going to be honest. I thought he was going to read the fucking letter. He didn't read shit. He just kind of told us about it, and he kind of glazed the guy. He kind of glazed Luigi Mangione. It's like, this is a guy who'd probably want to fucking kill you. Like, what's going on? I don't know. That was weird. Yeah, someone goes, glaze him a little harder, PBD. Exactly. Like, what the fuck was that? Some of you guys, hey, James, everything is going to be okay. We believe in you. Okay. See, I don't like kind messages. Like, when I text my best friend, I text him to kill himself, and he'll say the same thing to me. And I know that when my best friend texts me, kill yourself, you fucking worthless loser, how I translate that is, I would sit in front of a bullet for you. Like, and that's what I mean by it. Like, when I tell my friend, like, dude, fuck you, you worthless fucking loser, you're nothing to me. Like, all that means is, like, you know what? If you were really having a really bad time, I would be there for you. I would never say those words to him because that's gay. But, like, that's what it means when guys talk like that. So it's like, when he's like, reach out to people and be not, fuck that. Fuck that. Reach out to your best friends and tell them that if they ever called you at 3 a.m, you wouldn't answer, knowing you could have done something about it. And you know what your friend will take that as? This guy loves me more than anything. Like, that's what it is. That's what it is to be a guy. Like, girls will sit there with their friends, and they'll be so nice to each other. Like, oh, you look so pretty, blah, 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 this, that. And then they leave, and they're apart, and all they do is talk shit about each other. Guys, when they're apart from each other, they're like, you know what? He's a great guy. He's honestly a good guy. Guys, when they're together, are like, dude, you're a fucking loser. Fuck you. Like, it's so opposite. It's so crazy. So, stupid advice by PBD there in my mind. In my mind, honestly. And to be honest, if you know someone who you think is going to go shoot some shit up or kill somebody, the last thing you want to do is leave a voice message on their phone like, I believe in you. It's like, what? Imagine if Tyler Robinson got a voice message that said, I believe in you, hours before he shot Charlie Kirk. The guy who sent him that message, whether it was random or not, would be in for questioning. You don't want that to be you. That's just crazy. Like, that's just, I think that part went over his head there. I don't think he realized what he was saying. Someone said I'm rocking the Freddie Mercury look. Okay. What's up? How we doing, motherfuckers? How we doing? All right. Hey, James, I lied. Everything is awful and we're fucked. Yeah, see, that's what I like to hear. I like to hear the truth. I like honesty. We're fucked. That's what I want to hear. We are in a situation where we are getting raped. And anyone who tells you differently is just a fucking liar. And this is a good transition because we're going to transition into our big story, which is the Iran conflict, everything that happened over the weekend. And this is where we're truly getting raped. And before we do that, I really quickly just want to bring this back up, which I had on earlier on the show. But since we've started this episode, we have spent $42 million. $42 million has been spent on the Iran conflict since this episode has started. And before we sign off the episode, we'll say how much has been added since then. I mean, it is fucking insane. $42 million. We are being raped. $42 million. Someone goes black pill big time. Exactly. Like, I'm not trying to tell people we should be black pilled, but what I am going to tell people is be realistic. Like, if you're one of these unrealistic people, it's like, okay, like, fuck you. Like, I don't need people who are like overly optimistic but unrealistic. Like, be optimistic all you want, but at the same time, be realistic. If you are not realistic, I don't need your opinion. I don't want it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to boggle my mind down with your fucking nonsense if you're not realistic. I want people who are straight to the point. And this is why people respond to Nick Fuentes. Like, everyone in the media is like, why are people responding to Nick? I don't get it. Is it because people are truly racist? Is it because that white men feel like they don't know? It's because he is honest and realistic. It's because he's the only honest one left. He's the only realistic one left. He called this Iran war to a fucking T years ago. This is the reason people like Nick over everything else. And sure, there's a lot of other things. We like that he's funny. We like the movement. We like the merch. We like the memes. We like the edginess. But at the same time, over everything, we like that he is realistic, honest. Realistic and honest. He's never bullshitting you. He's not paid by anybody. He doesn't have an agenda. He just wants to put America first. And that's why people respond to him. And that goes over everybody's fucking head for some reason. Every retard boomer, that goes straight over their fucking head. Someone goes, find a good barber and stick with it, or save money and go to local haircut school. Yeah, here's the thing. I moved, so I had to get a new barber. That was the problem. Again, I get it. The haircut's not ideal. I get it. I'm the one living with it. I get it. Trust me. Someone goes, border wall is estimated $30 billion on the high side. 30 billion on the high side. Okay, so $30 billion on the high side. We've spent more than that in a month on this war. We've spent 43 billion. We could have $13 billion to fuck around with if we didn't start this war and build the fucking wall. And do you know how many jobs we could have created out of building that wall? That's jobs that could go to Americans. Like, they say we're not supposed to like the Chinese, but it's like, I envy that they have a fucking wall. How about that? Like, I envy that. I want a wall. Well, why can't we have what China has? I just want a fucking wall. I want a wall. I want you to keep them out of my fucking country. You go to China. Tell me how many blacks you see in China. Tell me how many Middle Easterners you see in fucking China. Tell me how many, like, towel heads and Mexicans and blacks you see in China and Japan. You don't. You don't. Because they enforce their borders. Because they have a fucking wall. But no, we're just over here getting raped by we're getting raped by all the minorities over in our country, and apparently we just have to live with it. Okay, quick, before we get into the main news, I really quickly want to talk about this, because this was funny. Fenway Park, which is the Boston Red Sox baseball stadium, puts out a video for opening day. Baseball just happened. They put out a video. And the video is of 1950s opening day in Boston. And Boston's a beautiful historic city. And it's got a lot of shitholes right now because a lot of the minorities. Like, even when it had, like, the junkies in Southie back in the day, but they were majority white, like, it was a better place than it is now. But they put out this video, and it's all white people going to attend the Red Sox game in their suits and ties and top hats and dresses, and they're dressed to the night. You know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful. It's white culture. It's white excellence. And they post this, and immediately they have to take down the ability for people to comment, because everybody's just commenting, like, why were we robbed of this? Why were we robbed of this America? Why can't I have this? And all the quote tweets were that. Every quote tweet was like, this is the America I want. This is the America that I was voting for with Trump. Why can't we have that? Like, they accidentally put out the greatest mass deportations ad to ever exist. And all it was a video of Boston in the 50s. Just a simple video of Boston in the 50s. No editing, no highlight reel, just Boston in the 50s. White people in suits and ties and women in dresses, not dressed like whores, and everybody out to have baseball games, hot dogs, nice day in the sun. That is American culture. That video was America, and we have lost America. And if anyone wants to know what I'm talking about, feel free to go check it out. I don't want to show because I don't want to risk another copyright for a fucking stupid video, but go check it out. It's on Fenway Park on X, and it's easily the greatest mass deportations and denaturalization ad that has ever existed, and it wasn't intended. They actually probably want the opposite. Like, the city of Boston probably wants as many of these immigrants as possible, but I don't. I want them to fuck out. And not only that, I want to denaturalize a lot of them. And I want to deport a lot of the criminal blacks. I want a lot of these people out of my fucking country. I wanted 100 million people out. We're not even going to get 1 million. It's disappointing. Like, I can't even get 1% of what I want. I'm being raped. I feel like a rape victim. It's just insane. Oh, someone threw up the pledge, and I don't know if I could say the pledge. I feel like that could get me demonetized on Spotify, but I take it with you. I've said it. I'm just not saying it on stream right now. I'm not getting demonetized on Spotify over taking the pledge. But okay, let's get into the Iran conflict. Let's get into everything that has happened with the conflict. Let's get into everything that happened over the weekend and what's leading to the big day tomorrow, which they are calling Power Plant and Bridge Day. It's going to be a bad one. It's not going to be good for anybody, including the United States, but let's go over it. So there were reports going into the weekend that Iran did not have the ability to shoot down any more of our planes. And where did these reports come from? These reports came from Donald Trump's speech on Wednesday when he said we took out all their anti-aircraft systems, that they do not have the ability to take our planes down. We can basically bomb them freely. Nothing could prevent us from doing that. And then shortly following that over the weekend, we had, it looked like 7 aircraft shot down, multiple planes and multiple helicopters as well during the rescue mission. And Donald Trump came out and briefed everyone today on the rescue mission. So what happened was an F-15 F-15 plane was one of the planes that were struck. One pilot was saved, one was lost in Iran. And allegedly, here's the story. Again, we're still trying to get to the bottom of it, figure out what's true and what is not. We do know that the person was recovered due to a large-scale military effort where we did have to put boots on the ground in the country to rescue this person. But they're saying that the person scaled up a mountain and climbed in a cave, basically. And whether that's true or not, we don't know. Again, if it is true, like, thank God that God was on that soldier's side, that Jesus Christ led that soldier to safety in that moment. And we need to continue to pray for our men in service right now because, again, I don't agree with this war, but we don't want our boys dying. I do not want any of our boys to die, and we do need to pray for their safety and their safe return home as well. But because of this, like I said, we had the plane shut down, a large-scale military effort to try and recover this, and it seems like an Israeli reporter is the one who leaked this information. An Israeli reporter is the one who leaked that one pilot was recovered, but the other pilot was missing behind enemy lines. And Donald Trump today, in a White House briefing, basically said, we're looking for that reporter, and we will put that reporter in jail, whoever did that. But here's the thing, Donald Trump said that before it came out that it was an Israeli reporter. I can guarantee you now, you will not hear a single word from Donald Trump's mouth ever again about that reporter, about the report that somebody leaked to Iran that we had one of our soldiers in their enemy lines defenseless, basically, without the majority of their weapons, without their aircraft, without anything, that one of our soldiers was stranded in Iran, was leaked to Iran's military and all their citizens. And Donald Trump, he's like, we're going to get that guy in jail, whoever leaked that. It comes out today that that reporter is an Israeli reporter, a Channel 12 news in Israel, an Israeli news reporter. I guarantee you, you will never fucking hear a single thing about it again because of that. If it was an American reporter, I guarantee you that person probably would go to jail. Or if they didn't go to jail, Donald Trump would make their life a living hell. But since it's an Israeli reporter, Donald Trump will not do anything about it. He might even kiss that guy's shoes and apologize for even making that statement in the press briefing. Donald Trump is Israel's bitch. He bends and folds to Israel at any chance he gets. He got little brothered by Mark Levin. Donald Trump does everything he can to please Benjamin Netanyahu, even if it displeases the American people. Mass deportation is not going to happen too unpopular. War with Iran, still unpopular, but it's going to happen because Bibi Netanyahu wants it. That's what we're hearing from the White House and the administration. And when an American soldier gets downed behind enemy lines, well, we have an Israeli reporter leaking that to Iran. And then beyond that, some other news. I don't know if I reported on this last week, so I'm going to briefly report on it now. I think I did, but just in case. J.D. Vance was allegedly negotiating with someone in Iran as well. Whether that's true or not, but allegedly he was. And the person that we were negotiating with got bombed by Israel. Their house specifically was targeted and bombed. The bomb landed literally right on their fucking house, killing his wife and kid and critically injuring him, and he's expected to die. Israel is actively trying to keep America in this war. And for people who don't believe it, just read the fucking news. Listen to Israeli media. Listen to American media. Listen to the things they're saying. Donald Trump has been saying a 4 to 6 week timeline. Israel is not saying that at all. They are actually saying every time they speak in Hebrew to all the people in Israel, they are saying that this will last as long as we want it to. Israel, literally, it was reported today that they were on the phone with Trump and said to Trump that he cannot end the war early. What do you mean he cannot? I thought Donald Trump was a president who ruled America, not listened to Benjamin Netanyahu and did whatever he said. What do you mean that a foreign leader is telling the American leader he cannot do something? Like, this is bullshit, and this is exactly what we're talking about all the time on the show. We are ruled by Israel. We are ruled by organized Jewry. And if we don't fight back against it, we will continue to be the raped. That's what we are now. We are the raped. And it's going to continue to happen. As long as we are making ourselves available to be raped, Israel and the American government will keep raping us. And I will not allow it anymore. I'm tired of being raped. I don't know about you guys, but I'm fucking tired of it. I'm exhausted. I'm famished. I'm done with this. I do not want to be raped anymore. I'm tired of being a rape victim for Israel. I'm tired of being a rape victim of the American government. I'm sorry, but I'm just not dealing with it anymore. And I don't know about you guys, but we need to not only continue to use our voices, but we need to continue to infiltrate into Washington, D.C. Like I said, in a bit, we're going to talk about what's happening with that, because big news did come out that almost double what I originally thought is taking up the D.C. staff right now, all Groypers, which is very exciting stuff. I asked this question in the beginning of the show, and just to like kind of sum up some of the Iran stuff before we transition, but I asked this question in the beginning, and I want to ask it again. If Iran did to us what we did to them, would we ever negotiate, or would we ever surrender or back down, or would it radicalize us even more as Americans? And I'm not talking about like the collective. I'm talking about like you as an individual. Think about it. If Iran killed your president, if they threatened to bomb your bridges, and they did bomb your schools, killing little children in America, we would call them terrorists. If they bombed a school full of children, we'd call them terrorists. If they bombed the Golden Gate Bridge, we'd call them terrorists. If they bombed our energy plants and desalinate, like whatever, we would call them terrorists. But when America does it, somehow it's not terrorism. Somehow we're the fucking good guys. Doesn't make any sense. But if Iran did that to us, do you think you as an American would be like, you know what, I gotta just accept that Iran is better than us and I will bow down to Iran and do what they want? Is that what you would do? Because I doubt it. I don't understand why Donald Trump expects the Iranians to like lead this revolution against their government, because Donald Trump is screaming to do so as he's killing their fucking kids and parents. He's bombing schools and he's like, why are you guys upset? It's like, okay, maybe you just killed this guy's daughter. Maybe that's why. Maybe you just made a terrorist out of him. We are actively making more terrorists than we are killing every fucking moment. And what all this is leading to tomorrow, where they're calling it Power Plant and Bridge Day. And I want to pop this up. And then after I talk about this, I want to explain some of the hypocrisy with this, which is some of the most absurd fucking things I've ever seen. But Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President J. Trump. Donald J. Trump. So a few things I want to talk about with this. One, why on Easter Sunday is Donald Trump saying praise be to Allah? What the fuck are you, like, what? What the fuck is it? That's, again, problem number one. Two, what he's saying about Power Plant and Bridge Day is he's going to bomb all the power plants and bridges in Iran, all the civilian infrastructure, and civilians will get killed. Many of them will get killed. And he's saying that this won't happen if they open the Strait of Hormuz. And that's what I want to talk about for a moment. I want to talk about the Strait because, and I dropped a long voice memo in my Telegram channel about this today. But here's what's going to happen. Before the war started, the Strait of Hormuz was open. We had access to it. We could go through it. We were able to use it. But now that the war started, we don't have access to it. We have lost it. We are in a worse place than we were than before the war started. We are not doing anything good for America. We're actively hurting Americans and the American economy and the citizens. And now Donald Trump is making a big deal about reopening the strait. And he is saying he will bomb their bridges. He will bomb their pretty much everything. He's threatening to send them back to the dark ages. And a few things I want to highlight with this. One, we had the Strait of Hormuz open before the fucking war started. Like, none of this had to fucking happen. You made this happen, Donald Trump. You are the one who forced this situation. And then two, Donald Trump makes the entire speech the night the war starts about, we got to free the Iranian people, like they are under a terrorist regime. You have Mark Levin, Laura Loomer, Josh Ant, Ben Shapiro all talking about how we're freeing the Iranian people from a terrorist regime. How are we freeing these people if we're killing them? I doubt they feel free if they feel like they are about to be fucking killed by a bomb they can't see being dropped on a bridge they have to drive over to go to work. When we're actively killing their kids in school. When we're going to literally cut off their access to clean water and energy. We will be killing millions of people in the long run. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions. But somehow we're freeing the people of Iran with this. It's so fucking ridiculous. They can never get their story straight. And they can't get it straight because it's all propaganda and bullshit. Everything they're saying is fake. It's propaganda. They're doing it to try and get you to go along with the war. The only realistic reason we're in this war is for Israel. There's no other reason that America is in this war. The 47 years at war, it's bullshit. Never, like, why are we just hearing about it in 2026? Freeing the people of Iran? We're literally killing the people of Iran. Don't tell me we're freeing them. They're not happy about this. Donald Trump is like, yeah, they're happy they're being bombed. Are you retarded? Like, I get it. The boomers are going to eat that shit up. The boomers are going to be like, listen to Donald Trump. He's always right about it. Like, but fuck the boomers. The boomers are irrelevant. The boomers are retarded. Fuck them. This country will probably be way better off when they die off. And that's sad to say, but it is the truth. We need old ideas to die off so new ideas can flourish. And the new ideas are America first. It's not support Israel at all costs and listen to Fox News and Rupert Murdoch and the Republican establishment and whatever the fuck they want to think. No, that's not what the new generation's thinking. The new generation's America first. They don't trust the media, the government, the FBI, the CIA. They definitely don't trust Israel or the oligarchs. We are the next generation. We will step up. And we are everywhere. But I just found this entire thing that happened over this weekend to be one of the most ridiculous things. And tomorrow could end up being an awful fucking day. And then I saw this report as well. Whether it's true or not, again, we don't know for certainty. But the Iranian Ministry of Sports and Youths calls for the Iranian youths, athletes, and artists and students to gather around the country's energy facilities tomorrow, effectively creating human shields. The call comes amid Trump's deadline, which expires tomorrow. So basically, they're using the, like, Hamas, like, they want people to stand at these spots where they're going to bomb so that if we do end up bombing it, we are committing, we're already committing war crimes and violating the Geneva Conventions by bombing bridges and civilian infrastructure. But, there's no denying it if we actively start bombing youth children who are there as a symbolic move to, like, stand against the United States. Like, we're really going to kill all these fucking kids to send a message about opening the Strait of Hormuz that we already had opened, but that you got closed because you decided to get into a war that we didn't have to be in? It's one of the most ridiculous things. And, like, if Donald Trump succeeds in everything he wants to do and he gets the Strait of Hormuz open, here's what they're going to do. Like, we already had the Strait of Hormuz open before the war. But if they are able to reopen it now, because that has become the main focus of the war and of the conflict in the media, if we're able to get it open, they will celebrate that like they've won the war. Like, if they get it open, Donald Trump will get out in front of the American people on the podium and he'll be like, I'm the best negotiator. I was able to win the war, win the conflict. We opened the Strait of Hormuz. And here's the thing. The Gen X and the boomer retards in this country will eat that up and be like, see what Donald Trump did? He opened the Strait of Hormuz. No one was ever able to do that. It's like, yeah, fucktard, it was already open because we already had access to it, you fucking idiot. You stupid motherfucker. We already had access to it. Donald Trump's the reason it got closed and he reopened it. Sure, great. But it never should have got closed in the fucking first place. And if they do open it by some miracle, they will celebrate it like they won the war, and retards will eat that shit up, and that is sad. It is sad that people are that fucking stupid in our country, but it is the reality we live with and deal with. People are that fucking dumb. The average IQ in America is like 105. The average person you talk to every day in life is a fucking retard, and you have to remember that, because it's like, as crazy as it is all the time that, like, people eat this shit up, it's not surprising when you just look at the statistics of the country. We don't live in, like, this genius nation. We live in a nation filled with fucking retards and very few geniuses. But that's realistically what's going to happen. we are going to, most likely tomorrow, I'd imagine we're going to bomb the fuck out of Iran. And I doubt we're going to nuke them. I think it's a possibility, but I doubt it. I mean, do I think it happens down the line? I think there actually is a chance, but I don't think tomorrow's the day. But I do think tomorrow they do things that they cannot take back, and they do things that are war crimes, and they do things that are the equivalent to what we were condemning that Israel was doing to Gaza. It's not a good day for America. It's not a good time for American politics. This is actually embarrassing at a point to have an administration who has betrayed their base so much to the point where, like, your base voted for no new wars. And instead of no new wars, you're now going and committing war crimes. Like, are you fucking, like, what a fucking crazy leap that is. That's crazy. And then people see Marjorie Taylor Greene's, like, tax strike, and they're like, that's insane. It's like, is it though? Is it that insane? We have a president who campaigned on no new wars and actively started a war with Iran, allowed Israel's war to continue for another 11 months, and has not stopped the other war. We have a president who campaigned on being the most transparent of all time. We haven't got shit on the MLK files, JFK files, 9/11 files, and we definitely have not got shit on the Epstein files. 3 million files still unreleased. The new attorney general said they're not going to release another file, that everything's out there, and that Epstein did kill himself, and there was no conspiracy, and he never sex trafficked anyone but himself. We have an administration who has lied to us at every turn. We have an administration who has turned their back on the American people. And people are freaking out when Marjorie Taylor Greene says tax strike. It's like, fuck that. I actually understand it. I'm not going to stand here and tell people to go commit a felony, but I understand if they do. I get it. I get why Marjorie Taylor Greene and people like that are saying things like this. Because it is fucked up. And it has gotten to a point where we can no longer accept the status quo. We can no longer accept the bullshit our country is throwing at us. I am no longer tolerant of being raped, robbed, and looted of my right to exist in my sovereignty in my own fucking country. I'm sorry, but I will not be a bitch of the Israel lobby anymore. America needs to be free. Free America from Israel. Free America from the Middle East. Free America from the neocons. America first needs to happen. And how does that happen? It happens by concealing your power level, by getting into the White House, getting into Congress, getting into staff positions, getting into Washington, D.C., which is what we're seeing Groypers do. This will be the final segment of our show, and then we're going to move on to the comments on our show. But we got a new report, which I talked about earlier. Originally, I was wrong. I thought only 40% of DC staff was Groypers. And I'm sorry, I was incorrect. It's actually 70 to 75%, which is an incredibly large number. This is amazing news that we have Groypers all over Washington, D.C., throughout the White House. We have them in Trump's staff, J.D. Vance's staff. They're on everyone's staff. They are everywhere in this country, and they are not going anywhere. The numbers are only growing. But let's get some quotes from this up right here. I wanted to show you guys some of the things they are saying in this. Let me actually show you guys the from the New Yorker. Followers of the white nationalist streamer Nick Fuentes once constituted a tiny subculture of America's young right. Now they hope to overtake it. Antonia Hitchens reports on the Groypers' growing influence over the Republican Party. And then if you go to the quotes from some of it, it is actually just incredible how, like, this is just like free marketing for the Groypers. So I love this, but let's see, where should I start in this? Usually they fucking highlight the quotes, but they didn't. It's okay. Followers of Fuentes are known as Groypers. They once constituted a very tiny subculture of Americans' right wing. Now they hope to overtake it. I wasn't really animated by politics until Trump came along, G told me. I was like, wow, America could be something great. Lately, Fuentes has supplanted Trump as the figure who most embodies that sense of promise, G told me. That all the conservative men he knew, and increasingly everyone he spent time with, were Groypers too. At work, G periodically logs onto the X to fight the meme war, spewing a deliberately outrageous, often vulgar torrent of comments. A few years ago, this might have entailed mocking liberals and the pious narratives of the woke left. These days, Republicans are the target. The message is always like, you're a traitor, G said. He and his friends pounce on anyone who identifies as conservative yet denies the existence of a so-called great replacement. The theory that liberal elites have conspired to flood white America and Europe with migrants from the third world. The same goes for anyone who suggests that America is a country defined by shared creeds, not just Anglo-Saxon ancestry. Basically, anytime there's a Republican who countersignals white advocacy or white people at all, we shit down their throat, he said. Let's go. We shit down their throat. We take a shit down your fucking throat if you want to say that white people don't own America. This is our fucking country, baby. And again, it doesn't have to be white only, but white majority. White majority. We will never let that go. But the article basically goes on. I don't have to read the entire thing to you. I just wanted to give you guys a little taste, a little flavor of what it's about. But basically, what the article does highlight is the misreports that there was 40% of the staff in Washington, D.C. being Groypers, and that the actual number is way closer to 75, and that the majority of men in politics who are young men, the Gen Z men, are overwhelmingly Groypers, that MAGA is dead to the youth. And this is something that I have realized. I am all around on social media. I see people of all ranges posting politically, and I could say the majority, if not everybody I see who is under the age of like 28 or 30, they are all Groypers. And there's a lot older than that too who are, but everybody under that, whether they're in college, high school, post-college, whatever it is, they are all overwhelmingly Groypers. They are not going to MAGA. They are not pro-Israel. They are not going to Protestantism. They're going to Catholicism when they're going to the church. These people are full-blown Groypers. It is everywhere. We are not going anywhere, and we are taking over the country. And to be honest, if you want the country to be saved, you need to be rooting for this. You need to be rooting for the people who do want to put America first on foreign policy and for America first domestically. Because you'd think that would just be a given. You'd think like, oh, America first domestically, like that's just a given. Like, why wouldn't we put the people of America first within the country? It doesn't happen. We import third world migrants all over. They ruin our fucking country. They defraud our country. And not only that, they don't assimilate well. We see this lack of assimilation among all the minority groups. Not even just all the newer minority groups. We're even seeing it among like old minority groups as well. We see it a lot in the Hispanic culture. We see it a lot with black people too. And we need to force assimilation. And if they don't want to assimilate, we need to force them the fuck out of the country. We cannot allow people to be mass migrating to America and not assimilating. We can't allow people to mass migrate no matter what, to be honest. We need to get back to pre-Hart Celler, where it was a good, moral white man. That was the rules for immigrating to America. A good, moral white man. Or white person. It didn't have to be a man, I guess. But that's what we need. We need good, moral white people immigrating here. Nobody else. We do not need people from the shitholes of the world coming to America. I don't want people from Somalia coming to America, or people from Uganda coming to America, or people coming from the Middle East. Any of the countries, including Israel, coming to America. I do not want any of them. They do not assimilate. They do not fit in. They are not American. And these people, they'll come in, they'll have an anger baby, and then they'll be like, see, I'm just as American as you. No, you're not. You will never be as American as me. Ted Cruz, you are not a real American. You are a Canadian. All the people in the media who are not from America but claim to be American, you are not real Americans. Do not claim to be. Stop claiming to be real Americans, because you will never be as American as me. Let's go.
JT Strongbow just
Thank
gifted
you,
5 subscriptions on
JT,
Kick.
with 5 gifted subs. Let's go. Christian goes, what do you mean by assimilate? Christian, how many fucking times do you have to ask that question? We have gone over this 47,000 fucking times. Leave your fucking other culture behind. Assimilate to American culture with everything inside you. It's that fucking simple. Again, I don't have to go over all the little specifics of everything. It's so fucking annoying. Hope you had a good Easter, Christian, though. Hope you had a good Easter, buddy. I'm not going to crash. I'll try not to crash out on you tonight. But that's kind of the majority of our show. That's the entire show. We're going to move on to our comment section. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. And let's see. We went for an hour 20 today. So, wow. An hour 20. That's about, let's see, what is that? About $54 million we spent on this war since this show has started. We spent about $54 million since this show has started, just on the war alone. Do you guys feel supported? Do you feel represented by this government? Do you feel like they have your best interest in mind? We could have built the border wall with this. We could have built the border wall, but instead, we have this. Christian goes, does that mean I can't speak Spanish? It doesn't mean you're prevented from ever speaking it, but yeah, you would be discouraged from speaking it in America in public. Yes. I think that's a bare minimum ask, to be honest. It's not that's retarded. Yes, of course, you wouldn't be speaking Spanish. Okay, let's go on to our comment section, though. Let's get our comments pulled up. Hope everyone enjoyed the show today. Someone said, that's what Israel wants, to destabilize Iran. It's whatever they want. We don't get a say. Bought and paid for by the Zionists. The assassination of the Charlie Kirk turned me far right. Yeah, I mean, like, I will say, watching Charlie Kirk get shot truly radicalized me. Like, I became a Groyper before that. But that switched something off of me where it was like, you would literally have to fucking kill me to get me to stop doing this now. Like, that might not have been the case before, but now, like, it's about it. Like, before, a lot of this was like, I like doing it. It was, for America, but it was for myself as well. Now it's like, none of it's about me anymore. This is about people like Charlie, and this is about America first. Ugh. Christian goes, but Spanish people have been here longer. We purchased that land, and it's American land. So in America, you are expected to assimilate to America. It's that fucking simple. English is the language of America. Shouldn't have to explain this to you. It is just common sense 101. Okay, let's go into our comment section. Let's get it going. Here we go.
I've been MIA for a minute focusing on my campaign for county commissioner. Holy shit, talk about a stressful ordeal. The candidate running against me is backed by a local developer yet copying my campaign of keep our area rural, focus on smart growth, etc. I'm gonna win, but damn, they coming at me. All I have to do is win the primary because no Democrats run in my area. We are 85% Republican. I really tip my hat to anyone who has ran for public office after this stressful bullshit.
Hell yeah, man. If you want me to support your campaign, feel free to, shoot me over a DM. I'll check it out, and I'm sure I'll gladly support it. Me and you agree on 99% of things. So, awesome to you. Hope you had a good Easter with your family. Glad to see you're doing that, and I hope you win, man.
Nice to have you back, dude. Bro, who cares about Iran and Israel? We have 50 million bug people in our country. You hadn't watched the Fishback interview, but I know all the time points of the interview. I think you might have watched it ahead of time, lol.
No, I watched like 2 clips of it. If you meant talking points instead of time points, it's because Fishback's talking points are America First talking points. If you're America First, you just know them because they're common sense to us. So that's just ridiculous. But no, I didn't watch it ahead of time. I really enjoyed it, though.
Guess my ethnicity based on my username.
His name's Buffalo King. This is a stupid fucking game. Guess your ethnicity based off the username Buffalo King. I don't know, dude. You're a brown clown. I don't know.
Native American Indian.
Maybe. I don't know.
Small town white boy just trying to make ends meet.
Maybe.
Nigga.
He could be.
Probably native Midwestern.
Who knows? He didn't even tell us.
Best TE since 2000 other than Gronk.
It's got to be Tony Gonzalez or Jason Witten, but I would say Tony Gonzalez. You could maybe even put Travis Kelce. But it's like Travis Kelce wasn't like a great tight end. He was a good route runner. But he wasn't like, he's very overvalued, to be honest. He really is.
Jason Witten.
Yeah, again, I think Witten might be up there too. He was very consistent.
Gonzalez was drafted in 97. Get your shit together.
But it's, again, the majority of his career was throughout the 2000s, you fucktard.
Yes, but he played after 2000, which makes his answer fine.
Exactly.
John Elway, Peyton Manning, or Eli Manning? Who is the best of the 3?
Why even include Eli in that conversation? Sure, Eli won more Super Bowls than Peyton, but That's not what makes, like, who's the greatest player, to be honest. Although it is a factor. But no, Eli, he's one of the least consistent quarterbacks of all time. And like his last season alone, where he had like 27 interceptions, like one of the most embarrassing things ever. Peyton is probably the best. On paper, Peyton's the best. In like a 2-minute drill, who do I want? You could even make it a coin toss between Peyton and Elway. Maybe Elway has a very slight edge. I don't know. Elway was a lefty, right, too? If I'm right. Was Elway lefty? That makes a difference. Oh, he was a right-handed quarterback. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I would say Peyton, Elway, Eli. Eli shouldn't be in that conversation, though. Like, you could have done, like, Montana, Peyton, and Elway. That would have made more sense. You could have done, like, Aikman, Starbuck, Marina. Like, you could have thrown a lot of other people in there besides Eli. Eli is not a contender in that conversation. Eli is one of the least consistent quarterbacks of all time. And this is coming from somebody, like, I kind of like Eli. I like him. I love Eli as a person. And this is, like, I don't know him personally, but I've met him many times. Eli used to live in the town right next to me growing up. And I've met him many times. Very good person. Like, very, very humble, nice person. And a very funny guy. Like, hilarious. But he's not in that conversation at all.
Brother, is all you do gargle sports players' balls getting super pathetic?
I think me and Jamin, the only thing we agree on is sports. Christian goes, we're always anti-black. What are you talking about? We're always anti-black? What is that supposed to mean?
Buddy, I literally comment about politics to Rogue.
Yeah, he does, and it's retarded. Okay, I like the grandma's boy. I'm just not reading the fucking comments. That guy's so annoying.
Was the 2017 to 2018 Eagles Super Bowl one the one when Brady performed the best?
Again, on paper, yes, but no. Like, on paper, sure, he threw like 500 yards. But where did he perform the best? When he was down 28-3 and mounted a comeback. That's where he performed the best. And sure, you could credit James White. You could credit like a lot of different people on the team for that. Edelman, if Edelman didn't make that bobbling catch, that is like truly one of the most incredible catches of NFL history. Definitely, possibly the most incredible Super Bowl catch ever. But that's his best game. Like, the best game is not the game you throw 500 yards. The best game is where you balls to the wall, put everything on the fucking line, and you put your life on the line for the game. Like, not literally, but you put everything inside you on the field. You don't leave anything off the table. So that's easily his best. But again, he did, like, the fact that people don't give the Eagles credit enough for what we did in that Super Bowl, beating, like, Tom Brady in that game. Like, Tom Brady threw like 500-something yards, and we beat him with a backup quarterback. Big Dick Nick just came and fucking slung the rock. He caught a touchdown. Philly, baby. Do you know the balls it takes on a man to walk up to his coach as a backup quarterback all season, to walk up to his coach in the biggest moment, in the biggest game of the year, and call the play to your coach when everybody else mics are off? It's just you and the coach, no coordinators, nobody else, no one in the box, you and the coach, and you look him in the eyes and you say, let's do Philly. And Dog goes, yeah, let's do it. That right there, that's incredible. And people don't talk about that enough. They really don't. And as an Eagles fan, I love it. Like, that moment, that clip, the let's do Philly clip is one of the most incredible clips of all time. One of the most incredible plays ever drawn up in a Super Bowl. And one of the most perfectly executed moments in the Super Bowl era. Oh, I fucking love the birds. I love the birds. All right, let's go on.
Happy Good Friday, sir.
You as well. Hope you had a good Friday. Someone said, were you always anti-black? See, I'm not anti-black. I'm anti-bad behavior and anti-violence, which just seems to be what black people like to engage in. I'm anti-rudeness. I'm anti-people just being rude in public. And like, I'm anti-performativeness. I'm I'm anti-sagging your pants and talking ebonics. Like, if that's anti-black, then yeah, I guess I'm anti-black. But I just don't like rude, violent, loud, obnoxious people all around. I'm sorry, I don't want that. And the fact that just ends up being all the black people says more about them than me. So no, it's not like I'm anti-black. I'm just anti-shitty behavior, which I think is just a universal principle that everybody should feel. Like, if you're not anti-shitty behavior, then you're just a retard. All right, let's keep going on.
White, weak, pathetic, boomerish guys like Piers Morgan are the reason why our society is falling apart. I hacked the breathalyzer system. After having 3 tall boys, I went through a ride program. I took a huge fresh breath of air in my lungs immediately prior to blowing into the device. My toxicity came back that I would need 12 tall boys to blow over grinning face with squinting eyes. It's a man's right to drink a beer or 3 on the ride home from a tough work day.
Dude, I'm just not reading any of the Grandma's Boy comments. Just cannot. I can't deal with that level of retard.
3 max. After concrete pours. Only time I drink really. In the 80s people said we would turn into a communist country if we made drinking and driving illegal. They turned out to be prophets.
Okay. I mean, I'm just not going to read the rest of the comments in this thread because, like, to be honest, they're all kind of retarded. But W Rogue, we love Rogue. I'm just not going to read the rest of the comments in the thread. I can't subject myself to that level of retardation all the fucking time. Sorry, can't do it. Someone goes, I just don't like generalizing. Okay, dude, but, like, here's the thing. You got to be smart enough to understand, like, when I say, like, blacks are the problem, I'm not saying every black person you ever encounter is a problem. I'm saying the blacks that are a problem are a problem. And if you can't understand that, like the blacks that are violent and obnoxious and rude and don't follow the laws and sag their pants and smoke weed in public and act like shit, like they are the problem. They are a massive problem. And again, if I just say like blacks are, like, you have to be able to understand what I'm saying. And if you don't understand it, that's a lack of critical thinking skills. That's not a problem for me. That's a problem for you. That's a lack of understanding and critical thinking skills. Okay, here, let's go on with the comments.
Bro, day of haircut was chopped, like insanely chopped, but today, damn James looking fresh little nigga, the mustache and quarter zip fits well.
Thank you, sweetheart. I was looking chopped when I got it. What are you talking about? What are you talking? I'll smack. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't. Maybe. But I'm kidding. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment, though. I like the mustache a lot. You know? Haircut, I'm still not crazy fond of, but I like my mustache.
You gotta have Cece when you interview Fishback.
That would be ridiculous. Bring on Sassy when I interview. No, that would take her away from the Fishback interview.
Cece and James are doing a stream IRL. Whatever that means, winking face.
Means in real life. IRL means in real life.
That would be very interesting.
It would be. I would like... I'm trying to think, if me and Sassy did an IRL stream, like, what would you guys want to see us do? Like, I would want to bring her to a mass. But, like, I don't want to film that, because I don't want to film in a church. So, like, what would, like, things that we could do that I could film, like, what would be entertaining? I'm curious what you guys have to say. Let's see. Let's go on.
Of course, Piers the cuck believes women should be able to do whatever they want.
Yeah, it's just complete cucked behavior to be like, yeah, women should be empowered to do OnlyFans. It's like, what? You're so cucked. That's disgusting. You know who else came out in support of it today? Officer Tatum, Brandon Tatum, Officer Talmud came out. And he was like, we live in the free market. You want to tax them 50% on their OnlyFans? We live in the free market. You can't do that. It's like, what the fuck? So you support this garbage? You support OnlyFans, you fucking cunt, because of the free market? Kill yourself. Like, fuck these people.
Holy shit. I've never seen 2 people manage to lose so confidently. W Fishback.
Yeah, W Fishback. W Fishback. Sophie Rain and Piers looked retarded on that.
Bro, did you see Fishback Piers Morgan debate? Piers literally defended of.
Yeah, here's the thing, Christian. If you commented that the second I dropped my show, if you just watched the show or looked at the timestamps, you would have saw that we literally watched that whole interview on the show. You didn't have to comment and ask. The answer was actually sitting right in front of you.
Piers has been one of the biggest disappointments ever.
Yeah, I mean, like, See, I wouldn't phrase it that way. You say he's one of the big... for something to be disappointing, you have to have high expectations in the first place. Why do you have any positive expectations for him? He's always been a cuck and a loser and nobody. He's not... Like, everything he talks about is nonsense. So, like, I don't get it. Like, how is he even a disappointment? Like, I didn't expect him to do well in the first place. He's exactly what I pictured him as. He's doing exactly what I thought he would do. So it's not like disappointment, because disappointment would insist that there's a expectation of him to do well.
Piers is the reason for that random chair beside the bed in hotel rooms. Just look at what his wife tweets if you don't believe me.
100%. He's a total cuck.
I got to say that is pretty funny, Rogue.
Rogue's fucking hilarious. So you get on his bad side, then he takes you to the chemical shed, and then we never see you again.
I'm from the place named after that badass white dude that slayed all those British tyrants. Made a movie about him. Maybe Mel Gibson was the main actor in it.
Nice.
Apparently Senk's grandparents are first cousins. That explains a lot.
Is that real? Is Cenk Uyghur's grandparents first cousins?
It also explains why his nephew Hassan is so retarded.
Who's his nephew? His nephew's not Hassan Piker, is it? No way. They related? Holy shit, he is the uncle? I didn't realize that. That's crazy. That's news to me. I had no clue that Hassan Piker was Cenk Uyghur's nephew. Wow. That's crazy. Christian taught me something for once. Wow. W Christian there.
Operation Cece, featuring Sergeant James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah. Yeah.
You really think OJ was better than Walter Payton?
Are you kidding? No question. OJ Simpson is the greatest, like, and again, this isn't like me trying to make some like performative joke because it's funny that he like killed a woman and a Jewish waiter. Like, it's not. It's actually sad. But objectively, with 100% certainty and honesty, he is the greatest running back to ever touch a football in existence. It's not even a question. He is. He is the greatest running back in NFL history. It's not even fucking close. No, Walter Payton is not O.J. Simpson and never will be when it comes to football. Walter Payton was great. One of the best to ever do it. Top 3. But he is not O.J. Simpson. O.J. is indisputed number 1. It's crazy that anyone even questions it. And here's the thing, too. And again, this isn't me being like performing. Like, if Aaron Hernandez didn't kill 2 people, he would have been possibly neck and neck with Gronk for the greatest tight end of all time. And they were both on the team at the same time. Like, people don't remember what Hernandez and Gronk were like when they were together. It was insane. Hernandez was so fucking good. It was unreal. It was like a fucking 6'8" brick shithouse of a wide receiver speed at the tight end position, the catching ability, like, insane what he was able to do. And if he didn't kill anybody, if he didn't kill people either, he probably would have been one of the best tight ends, if not the best, right up there with Gronk. They would have been 1 and 2. And I wouldn't have been able to say which one would have been one. He might have been better than Gronk. Maybe he would have been just under him, but people really don't remember. Like, they don't talk about, like, OJ a lot anymore on ESPN, but it's like, if OJ didn't kill people, they would still talk about how he's the greatest running back of all time, because he was, and he is still, and always will be. I mean, maybe there will be a day someone comes along who's better, but no, he's that good.
Was Big Ben or Rodgers a better QB?
Rodgers, not even close. I mean, it's not even close, but Rodgers for sure. Big Ben was incredible, though. Like, people, again, he's one of the most, like, forgotten quarterbacks of that era, but he's one of the best. You know, objectively, one of the better quarterbacks in the league for a very long period of time, but Rodgers was way better. The problem with Rodgers is like, all his media stuff overshadowed his play over time, and the injuries didn't help him. And he did have some of his best seasons high on Percocets, which didn't help his cause either. But Rodgers was... Here's the thing. When you had Rodgers on the field, you were always in the game. Like, if you were 99 yards down the field with 12 seconds left in the game, you're out of that game with Big Ben on the field. Big Ben's the quarterback. To be honest, you're not leading a 99-yard drive in 12 seconds with 2 timeouts. Probably not going to happen. It could. It could happen, but probably not. With Rodgers, I would put it at 50-50. I would literally put the odds at 50-50 it happens. Rodgers was that good.
Also, JS curious, what type of dog do you have and how old is she?
I have a hound, and part greyhound, part every other hound, just turned 3 years old.
Best POTUS after 1865?
JFK.
Did you see what Fishback said to that black guy?
Yeah, I highlighted that on the show too. I think it's good. And I honestly, again, maybe he got a little heated in the heat of the moment, but at the same time, I kind of agree. Again, kind of agree, kind of disagree. I'm not really for the death penalty necessarily. But I agree with we have to stop the, like this guy came to Fishback's event. He came and disrupted it. He came yelling allegations at Fishback that have not been proven to be true. And Fishback has not been arrested for this. He has not been charged with this. And to be honest, if this was real, he would have been arrested about it. So it's most likely not a real situation, this whole 17-year-old girl thing. But this person came basically saying that Fishback was molesting children. And Fishback made the comment that, people who molest children should be lynched. And then he said that you should be lynched for saying that. And where he later clarified, and most people miss it, is he clarified saying people who wrongly accuse people of crimes that are punishable by death should be put to death. Which, that statement itself, I don't disagree with, outside of the fact that I'm not for the death penalty. But I do agree. It's like people who accuse people of something should be given, the same sentence as if that, thing happened, if it's a false accusation. It's like rape. If you falsely accuse somebody of rape, you should be charged like a rapist if you get caught. You should be given the same sentence the rapist would have gotten if you get caught falsely trying to accuse someone of rape. So it's like, I don't disagree with what he said.
There is a video circulating of him telling someone he should be lynched. Not gonna lie, I was starting to like him up until that point, all because he asked him about the girl he allegedly dated.
Yeah, I have to disagree with you about, oh, no, I don't like him. That's just soft. Realistically, it's just very soft. Okay, but that's all our comments for the day. That's the entire show for the day. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being fans of the show. Glad to be back on YouTube. Glad to have the show back after a 1-week YouTube suspension. But we're back. You can't hold me down forever. I'm here, baby. And again, I want to shout out all the new Catholic converts. I want to shout out Tyler Russell specifically as well. Tyler Russell, welcome home. Welcome home to all the new Catholic converts. Hope everyone had a beautiful Easter, beautiful Good Friday, beautiful weekend in general. Hope you got to spend it going to Mass and seeing family. I hope you just had an incredible time. Hope everyone's enjoyed the show today. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be a crazy day. I don't know what to expect. I'd imagine we're going to commit a plethora of war crimes tomorrow. So very sad day for American history, potentially. But we will talk about that tomorrow. I will keep updates going in the Telegram channel. Remember to smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on X, Instagram, whatever platform you're watching on, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, X, whatever you're watching on, and join our Telegram channel by scanning the code up in the corner. Stay updated on all things America Unfiltered. But with that, I'm going to sign off for the day. I hope you guys do have a blessed day, a blessed night, and I will be back tomorrow on Tuesday. Thank you, and have a great night.
What to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannons.